Greetings and welcome to Doc's Herbal Corner. I am your host, Dr. Stephen Tates. Join us as we explore the science and mysteries of the herbal kingdom. You will learn about properties, functions, and physical responses plants and herbs can and will have on our body. But before we get started with our lesson plan for today, I want to test your basic knowledge on plants and herbs. So grab your pen or pencil and let's get started. You ready? Our question for today is on an herb called Pau-de-Arco, and I'm going to spell that for you. It's P'-A-U, second word is D'-A-R-C-O. Pau-de-Arco, primary purpose is to A, rebuild the body, B, increase memory and concentration, or C, cleansing and healing. At the end of this segment, we will give you the answer. Our subject matter today is on the herb Pau-de-Arco. Pau-de-Arco is a relatively new herb, new in the sense that we've become more aware of its powerful medicinal properties. It's actually a tree bark that comes from Brazil and Argentina. So they know about that herb down there. But it's only in the last, I'd say 20, 25 years that Pau-de-Arco has become more known, and really over the last 5 to 6 years. So if you have some of those old herb books and you're trying to look up Pau-de-Arco, you may not find it. But it's a very, very unique herb for some of the more critical health conditions in the body. So I want you to line up that paper and pen, because we're going to cover a lot concerning Pau-de-Arco, which is actually one of my favorite herbs. Now, Pau-de-Arco, what I want to do is go through, as always, a lot of the properties of Pau-de-Arco. And we're going to go through them one at a time, but I'm going to go pretty quickly because there's a lot I want to cover with you in a very, very short period of time. First, which is very interesting, is Pau-de-Arco is what we call an anti-acidic. It will help reduce our acid and contribute to a pH balance in the system. And as always, we need to understand that our body should be 80 to 85% alkaline and only 15 to 20% acidic. Most of us, it's just the opposite. The more acid, the more potential for diseases. The more alkaline, the stronger the immune system, the less chances for diseases. So starting off the bat, Pau-de-Arco is excellent for reducing acid. Next, one of its properties is as an immune stimulant. That's just how it sounds. It helps stimulate and strengthen the immune system, and in particular, your liver, adrenal glands, lymphatic system. Areas in the body that have a strong bearing on whether or not you have a strong or weak immune system. So it's reducing the acid, which helps with the healing, and it also helps build the immune system, which in turn is going to help the body not only protect itself, but deal with many of your devastating health problems in the system. But there's so much, much more with Pau-de-Arco. We could stop right there, reduce the acid and build the immune system, we're gone. That's excellent. But that still won't give you the appreciation for all the things that Pau-de-Arco is excellent with. Next, I want to mention that it's an anti-inflammatory. So it will help reduce inflammation and swelling really throughout the entire body. And see, what happens is that when you get swelling and expands, it affects the blood flow. So the more you reduce the inflammation and swelling, the better the blood flow, better the circulation, the healthier the body's going to be. So we're reducing acid and inflammation and building the immune system. And anytime you reduce acid and inflammation, you cut down on inflammatory problems like lupus, arthritis, osteoporosis and osteoarthritis, gout, MS, So you see where Padiaco can help in those areas. If you've been on chemo and radiation, which actually can help contribute to inflammation, Padiaco would also be excellent for that. But also I want to mention that Padiaco is an antifungal. Yes, you have fungus in your system, and trust me, most of us do. Okay? It's going to help reduce and eliminate fungus in the body. So it's reducing acid, it's reducing inflammation, it's building the immune system, and it's helping deal with fungus. Fungus, which in turn can start to build bacteria, harmful bacteria in the system that basically will help destroy the body. So it's helping protect, build, and cleanse all at the same time. Next, it's an antiviral. So it's going to help reduce viruses in the system and keep viruses from forming in the body. Reduce acid, reduce inflammation, eliminate fungus, and help eliminate viruses, and also help prevent fungus and viruses from building in the system. So with a lot of our infections or potential for catching infections, Padiaco is an excellent herb to help with that, along with reducing inflammation. But are we through yet? Oh no, it gets even better. Padiaco is also an anti-parasitic. It will reduce those parasites and worms that grow in our body from the fungus and bacteria and viruses and constipation in the body. Now, some other things I want to mention to you. Padiaco is excellent for leukemia, for arthritis, as we know, for yeast and fungal problems, common colds, to help strengthen and balance the immune system, which in turn will tend to help with a lot of your cancer conditions in the body. Will it cure cancer? No. But what it will do is it will help strengthen the immune system, reduce the acid and inflammation, which contributes to the building of a lot of poisons in the body, which in turn will become cancerous. So Padiaco is excellent as an anti-tumor, anti-cancer herb to help prevent and to help strengthen the body so the body can help in its own healing process. It is so good that medical researchers have been researching the properties of Padiaco to see if they could duplicate it in a laboratory in order for them to make, of course, one of those synthetic drugs to help with cancer, which, as we know, never, ever works. One of the things I want to mention is that Padiaco has an active ingredient that's called lapacol. And I'm going to spell that for you. It's L-A-P-A-C-H-O-L, which has an effect of destroying yeast in the body. Remember we talked about that fungus and yeast stuff? So sometimes I want to explain to you other properties that contribute to it. But the lapacol has active ingredients in it which are also what we call anti-tumor properties. It helps soften, shrink, break up, and reduce tumors in the body, and also helps check the growth of tumors. Remember we was talking about that cancer issues? You see where this all kind of fits in and how this works? Padiaco, because of its reducing inflammation in the body and reducing the acid, will also help reduce pain as well, and reduce blood sugar problems, which can contribute to diabetes. It's excellent for gastric and peptic ulcers, again because of the lapacol properties, which is also an anti-tumor property. So that property will help reduce tumors and reduce ulcers in the system, as well as destroy parasites, which also will contribute to it. But you want to be sure that when you use Padiaco, you use it sensibly. I like it in its extract form. You know, extract, little bottle with the eyedropper. Because if you make it as a tea, trust me, it is nasty tasting as a tea. And if it's nasty for me, I know you don't want to drink it. Okay, so you want to look at it in its extract or concentrated form. Then you may only have to do about 20, 25 drops and about 2 ounces of water a couple of times a day to help to build and help the body to cleanse in some of the more severe conditions in the body. Only caution, if you are pregnant or nursing, you don't want to use Padiaco during this time. Other than that, you can use Padiaco on a regular basis to help cleanse and rebuild the body. Now, back to our question for today. interesting that it is on Padiaco. Remember our question? Padiaco's primary purpose is to do what? Rebuild the body, increase memory and concentration, or for cleansing and healing. If you put C, cleansing and healing, congratulations, you were paying attention in class today. This is Dr. Tates, and I want to thank you for joining us at Doc's Herbal Corner. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.